Hi, my name is Kathy Sheffers, and I'm with Goodheart-Willcox Publisher. I'm joined by my colleague, Katrina Pilo. We are so happy to be with the author team of Amy Lee, Margaret Delahanty Kelly, Catherine Lee, and Maggie Bergeron, who just published a brand new resource for first-year experience courses.
Approaching College with Purpose is focused on the importance of students beginning their educational journey with intention, developing good habits, and creating a strong mindset, and acquiring strategies to ensure a successful transition to college. What do you feel are the essential modes of assessment critical to student development in an FYE course? And then what assessment tools are provided in your resource?
Well, I think the most important assessment tool is for an individual to be able to assess themselves, right? We're in college for 4 or 5 years, and that's, if we're going to continue to learn and grow and to make the contributions that we want to make in the world, we need to have a constant feedback loop with ourselves, right? We can't just wait for grades or annual reviews. And so the reflection piece is really, really key. There's also, though, the skills-based, right? Are you reading with the attention and the focus and the awareness so that you're retaining what you're learning and you're processing it, right? So there are multiple choice questions in the instructor guide that are based on the content of the chapters to assess, are you engaging with this text in a way that you're getting the main ideas and you're processing and you're working with them so that you can then contribute to a classroom, because that's something that we're going to do in any context in our life where the written word is important. Likewise with writing, are we organizing our thoughts in a way that we're able to communicate them? And so there are those traditional assessments and traditional assignments with clear rubrics that look at, so the rubrics are set up using the 1-point rubric. So either you're in the middle column, which is kind of the satisfactory, or there's an area that still needs development, or an area where you're really excelling, right? So there are those assessments, but I think the reflective piece and that self-assessment of, like Maggie was saying earlier, the keep, quit, start, and recognizing what's working for you, what's not working for you, and what are you seeing other people do or hearing about that you think, I want to try that because I think that might work for me.
So are there any activities for students in the book that you have done with your own students in your classes?
All of them, I would say. And I primarily teach graduate students, but like the teaching journal that Margaret brought to us, which is in the instructor's guide, I use that with my doctoral students. And something I would add, when I forgot to say this when we were talking about the reflection in the journal, that Margaret has taught me how to do, which has been incredible, is having people go back to their journal at periodic time points. So every month or every 3 weeks, and find a critical moment from their own journal. As you just look at what you've written over these last 3 weeks, what stands out to you right now? What was an aha that you didn't even realize? Where did you see a shift happen? What's a question you need to come back to? Just, anything that sort of stands out to them. And that has been so fun as a teacher to work with students with, because it's in their hands to find it, and they discover so much in there that they missed when they were writing. They're writing a lot of stuff and thinking and just recording a ton of things. And students I had in the fall doing that are now, I have colleagues who are saying they want to do that in their classes in the spring, in their doctoral seminars in the spring. So I feel like we're starting a little movement, Margaret.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. And I will also speak specifically to the keep, quit, start that happened at the end of each chapter. And I use it sort of in a 360-degree way too, where this is something that we talk about a lot with students, is like, what are things that they can keep doing to facilitate their learning? What is something they can quit doing, something that's not serving them in this moment? And then something that they can start doing, something that's new that they can initiate in their own learning and development. And so we do it like around them, but I also have them give me that feedback a couple of times during the semester as well, where I ask them, hey, what is helping you? What should I keep doing as an instructor? What should I quit doing? what is not helping you at all, and are there other ideas? What are some new things that I can do to support the way that you're interacting with the material and with your classmates and with yourself?
I would agree that I would say that I do, or I've done all of it, right? I think all of this, what was so great about writing this textbook was recognizing, oh, I have a lot to say about ways to engage in a first year classroom, because that's what I've done for the last 12, 13 years. And really all of my 20-year career at the university has been working with first year students, whether it was in a first year experience program or just first year students in other classes. But I think that all of it, the very creative, like the fact that you get to figure out how to get students engaging with each other around a piece of content in order to deepen their understanding and knowledge with it. And so I think that that really creative side of looking at how do you create an assignment to get to that learning outcome, but then also in the teaching resources, so the instructor guide that we worked on last summer, thinking about all of the vast variety of teaching spaces that people find themselves in, and how can different instructors at different institutions with different sets of students modify assignments or ideas so that you have this core learning outcome and a few different ways to approach it, and then really expand it so that everybody can cater to their own situation and modality, I think was a very fun part of the instructor guide creation.
So this concludes our conversation. Thank you so much for joining us, and I want to thank our authors again for their time today. If you have any additional questions or would like a sample of Approaching College with Purpose textbook and student journal, please contact your GW educational consultant. Thank you again.